5 da tarde até 7 da noite. Tem prêmio em cash, para primeiro lugar, hobby regalito e Baggers Prep Street, Pabo Cachorro. Purina Pro Planta invitado. Registrar AWMs na Bestial Pet House e celebrar Halloween. Cubo Cachorro, junto com Baggers Preps, the original dog treat of Halloween.
Hi, I'm Carolina, and I am the host of Sincerely Carolina, a series of educational conversations about current social issues with local and international experts. Make sure you tune in every Saturday on Cool FM from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Bye! Happy Saturday! Feliz Diyos Sabra! May espero po si Mang tataon si Mang Bong, whatever that means to you. Katabata produktibo, nice, chill. Anyways, all of the above. It's will be rainy. So, paihin na ng manera ami ko ta plant parents. May siguro gusto ko contento. May siguro ko may water bill at the end of the month. May taho contento tame. Pero yes, also it's Halloween weekend. Although Halloween ta otro simang. Pero ito weekend, so may tikiri weekend kina sabi wak hope hina din costumes. It's obvious that I'm gonna say, please be careful out there. Don't drink and drive. Yada yada. Make sure ko basta yung Uber person. Basta si bating bop din grupo of portang hendo ko no tabi sali pero ta willing pa help us out, please. Iti kere so polisa bisa ka ba kuno tabi kontrola pero no ko esime serta unico motivo. How about public safety anto not putting other people's lives in danger. So mi just kara laga ba so ko esi. And dami mito looking forward na to the pictures ng dihin na ikiros ng costumes and of course otro simang dami on Halloween itself. Anyways, sorry kung hindi kilat awe. It's been a streak. May kita rain, no? Sabay pone all the blame on the rain. Kupakiko nos gas lang running unti lately. But anyways, may ko Randall ando no sabay papia hindi kita turkos eigenlijk pero on the topic of the content na dificil eigenlijk pa papia about deep stuff anto mental health anto kono sa sintiendo so we'll go a little bit into that pero promemi karabisa dan kinami awesome sponsors of course that make Sincerely Carolina possible. Thank you to Vegan Strips, to Sarah V, and to Total. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, awit ta Halloween. Mita untiki sad anto eigenlijk binagawa ka patratan ni biyaha pa sobra midagos lang not a friendly like that. We have tried many years pa participate na Halloween anto turaya is like husky drama and all of the yelling and the intenseness. I don't know sa di ay aki konos not ba hasile. Anton sabay wara teore dagos untiki mas biyo unto porta cansanto not untiki mas chill. Pero I'm looking forward to your costumes, but not today because I'm gonna have FOMO and turn me to one of my children or something like that. Anyway, so I hope you have fun. And thank you, of course. So Randall, paisa ko no konosebo, please introduce mo mas and why you think you're here today.
Para mí the guy camera aquí talaga ay mostro hopi bong kwalta hasi me happy.
Okay, good to know.
This is a great intro speech, by the way. Sinti mo na may kung misa sponsor a show again. So
thank you. Oh my gosh. Dulce, did you just hear that? We're gonna make that a soundbite.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Kimi de Bisabo. Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. Let's just talk about. We have a lot of things to talk about. Nosta actually okay, so number ta Randall mitong company ko yama de POV pero mitong artist na may paes nang ko no sa say mitong guy ko ta kanta basically. Mitong no kanta. That's the bad way to say ki komita hasi. Mita un guy ko ta trahal letra. And I just happened to be the only one in the room at the time. Dus me to end up to graba a letter ng A myself as well. Not the best singer, not the most talented singer, not a sisarolarte or anything. However, I believe that I'm a pretty good writer. Dus essaita mas mi forte. Anto essaita kiko mita hasi tambe in the creative world. Mita do practical things tambe, mani gewoon photography, videography, directing, and all of that stuff. Dus basicamente mita un creative entrepreneur papabisa, but also mita gewoon un creative. Dus essaita sum things up pretty well. Mita kere. Anto, bahal say, we have a lot of... Bosa, namis puro basinta na manera kumita wakbo. This is crazy.
So we can talk?
So we can talk.
By the way, miti nami kore habri a Facebook just in case if there are some of you commenting. Anto, ting ora mita waki orato, this is minata waki mas, si bo decide comment, mi best me best pa wakbo comments. But in case I don't see them, I'm so sorry. Oh, wak. Bon dia pa Elvin, Elabisa, hello, bon dia, feliz dia sabra verder. So thank you, bon dia to you too.
Yeah.
Mit best, my best. Pero sí, Randall.
Sí.
You shall continue.
So yeah, Anto, the thing is, we have these conversations often off air, right?
Yes.
Yeah, often don't palabra grande, but every time we do, I believe that we have very interesting conversations. Anto, we don't agree on everything tampoco.
No.
But the thing that I like about speaking kubotaku, even si nosta disagree on a lot of things, at the end of the conversation, nosta kind of llega a un punto onde nos ting some type of manier. Minolubisa kung nos llega a un punto kung nos yeah, we both agree 100% with this, pero nos llega a un punto onde nos yeah, this makes sense. Anto, I like that.
Comprehension de different perspectives and the better insight as to maybe why these perspectives exist. Of may pakico, basta ita sinti asina pa otro. And we have had conversations unda kuba de nos ta quiere que ta comienza as in kung nos dos on opposite sides, and it turns out it's not. So that's fun too.
Yeah, kung nos ta comienzando viewers na kas. So amigo Carolina. So sometimes we have conversations that last quite letterlijk hours. Letterlijk wanneer 2-3 horas. Anto na comienzo. Yeah. Anto na comienzo conversations ta letterlijk wanneer dos mucha pleitando com outro. Anto as the conversation ta wanneer progress nos llega más y más cerca a un punto onde nos understand pa otro. Anto nos ta you know what? Yeah, I understand that perspective and that's a rare thing. But it's a very rare ku people ta think it's an ability. It's a real ability. Sempre ta bisa even pabo think dus pabo tinha habilidade pa pensa, that's not something ku ta built in. That's something ku along the road botin ku sinha pensa. We have this notion ku tur gente por dis pensa, anto ku pensamento ta processo ku ta passa naturalmente.
Yep.
But it's not. A lot of opinions that given to us. A lot of things ku nosta pensa, not really things ku nosta pensa, pero ta things ku basta ita man second hand smoke. Basta when it comes to thought.
Name me, and I guess asina tanto. We're just gonna go with it.
Yeah, and that's what I like about you, and that's what I like about Kiko Batahasi, and that's what I like about myself as well. To me te quiere pensar sempre nos llega a un point de understanding is because me te quiere ku nos ting ability to minimize the second hand smoking mas kota possible and to actually develop nos mesmo thought patterns and processes para llegar na un punto, zeg maar.
Mi te quiere un dia cosa importante and un gis nos vai lesa também some of the stories that people submitted. Ita comienza for you dat hopi young, no? Quanto ruimte bota hanya di verdade pa papia di certo coisa nang pa por develop überhaupt een opinião, een pensamento, pa por develop bosa agree to disagree moment of mane bay mas deep and eventually portate asa cambia uma opinião pa sobra se aqui ta coisa que ta supposed por passa como rende or com new information ta provided to us se nós sacam pa processar essa aqui e acknowledge essa aqui nós supposed por shift essa parte de growth anto cambio eigenlijk.
Yeah, agree.
Nós ko and we have talked about this too. Ko iting hope ita makan ko kung bata lanta anto bubble ko bata ding e não solamente porta maior nang pero também na school das que approach nos a take ko hende for yung edat hope young ko mucha anto ko eventually ta by the time que nós vera grande, eta gewoon na modus operandi, se sabe que tá com nada function, com assim a survive te hasta, basta com assim a defender ang mens, anto eta hopi moeilijk ora ora ku portanto confronted com outro gente e porta certo behaviors são not beneficial to the other people of the assets are harmful. Para por pone spile ori pa sobra nang nota auta equipped at an earlier age para even comprehend this aqui. E nós tá waka ora aqui como comunidade, nós tem hopi issues anto mita querer hopi rende portar kuta ding circuit social ta hopi buwas di issues sang aqui, but everyday people portanto por bisabo verbally mane se nós tem problema social na Aruba, anto nós tem problema de saúde mental na Aruba, pero ora ku bota pensa que mane que impacto ami tinding essa aqui of mane am I contributing to this in some way? Not able to do that self-reflection.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest thing pa most people. Me de quiere self-reflection da algo ku self-reflection da one of those things ku ta not just un hard thing pa hopi hende. It's the hardest thing to do, I feel like. But sabra it's super easy pa point fingers i bisa bosa kiko ay nanti yung issue of ite issue. Pero bo also ting eigenlijk bo starting point mister te mane okay kiko kung ami ta bezig ta feed the issue aki kung ami por make small changes of small adaptations pa bosa do my part pa actually trahana un more na better way of doing things when it comes to anything, and especially mental health. Zeg maar, even though it's I don't like me no te gusta usa a palabra mental health, sobre eta, mane to me it's a little vague, pero mane especially when it comes to these things kuta mas vamos poner así na kuta menos set in stone and kuta mas nuanced. Vamos poner así na. It's important to be able to mane it's important to be able to ter un cierto level de fluidity when it comes to those subjects.
For sure. E se man passar, por exemplo, nossa papia com Levi e Rosalyn, anto esa que bindilante também, no? Com mental health, mental well-being, mental conditions, pero kun nanta uno moeilijk wat define what does it mean,
exactly
nanta cultureel bepalend, dus mane local ku kinang lo waro considered sane of normal or whatever por waro considered mane crazy somewhere else of al contrario anto dus eta moeilijk inderdaad, pero eta nos overall well-being mita kere como community na final de dia se eta bing na jele sobra un cos nota passa assim e outro nos well-being econômico, nos well-being nos saúde físico, cosa tudo cosas aqui tá driven by human behavior, anto human behavior tá começar ding em mente, so mita kere ko from that perspective, it should interest everybody. But nos ta gezond in some way, and to also consider it towards others. Pa sobre tem impact.
That's lo cual babisa na finale. That's a very important part pa hinka ding because the thing about things ko ta asina manin nuanced, right? Taku noting un fixed answer pa turcos, pero also noting un fixed emotion pa turcos. There's noting bampone if someone is doing something bad to you, right? But abay tin this feeling di man this person is doing something bad to me. Pero bampone say it's very easy pa butuma un genera malo ding situations lang sinsa kung eta on the other end of it's very easy pa bisa sa kiko I'm gonna be a victim of situations ko eigenlijk you shouldn't even be a victim of. Thus it's very easy tami pabukay in this like slope the self-victimization ko to say this those types of things tami ta very, and I know I'm speaking for yung other perspective right now, pero those things also ta hopi essential pa por controlar, I believe. Bom este por check yourself before you wreck yourself, zeg maar. Before anything. So I think that's very important también when it comes to the whole mental health conversation and not solamente Kiko ami Mr. Drecha of Kiko comunidad Mr. Drecha of all of that, pero eta también mane okay Eta também mane questão de okay, onde é thresholds nanta, zeg maar, die kiko met feeling. Because a lot of people think this feeling também kuna nunca no mag dita sad. Bosa? Kuna também a mim no mag dita sad, se mita sad, mit yung issue com mental health. Well, maybe you're just a little sad right now. Bosa, this thresholds também are very important para por define mane okay, ki ora bota having like a mental health issue, di verdad, e ki ora gewoon bota in a slump of bota in a position onde ko bota sinti ko bota de un dip, anto gewoon bonota where you want to be. Anto, you know, those two things are things that are very, very different as well.
Yeah, normalizing to say, no? Normalizing as in ko nos ta complex. Iko to say ta parte di nos, di hand, and how we function. You know, I mean, hope I don't sabi nata shy away from saying that. Pero después hope I di therapy algo kumisang pero I inda basta mi therapist nata catch me on nata it's human. Taku ete hope importante pa oro bota papia di emotions of kung bota sintiendo of kung sitwasyon laga po sinti etc. Pa papia di yung I point of view pa sobra mi te sintiendo asina. E esta, mi perspectiva, mi sentimento que barra assim, mi tal coisa. Para final de dia a mim, you know, então me quer men ku por well de tá ku behavior que botin tá hasi, you know, for a period of time di barata malo of di barata ongezond. E di barata hurtful, pero é importante para mim por acknowledge de mim mes que eu preciso me tô sentindo, anto di onda portar aceita bem, anto asina, hope viaja por para quieto na se de verdade tenta maken com outra pessoa so behavior
100%.
Of se eta triggering algo que tá um tique mais deep, it has to do with something else, pero eta algo anterior por comunicar sei também, no? Por comunicar com tira som, porta mita defensive when we talk about this topic. And it has to do with this and that. For us to hene close, because men situ hene ko ba porta ervar triggering situations sem mas biaha, o mestre de hasi esse bespreekbaar. E também com essa que de mi man, que como lo deseativo para contribuir nessa aqui. Dus, por exemplo, tanto que conscious ou nossa papel de tópico e eu falgacina, pero com na final de dia um processo com amitin ko vai trazer riba gele. Pero even hasi say eu para quieto como mês, até batigo vai realizar que tanto most people don't do that.
Most people you said something. It hurt me, therefore you are a bad person. This is a big issue. This is a big issue.
Of course, people say hurtful things all the time.
People say hurtful things all of the time.
Chances are they know that they were being hurtful.
People say hurtful things all of the time as well. Pero big issue taku, bosa hope biyaha orong hindi bisa algo ko bonota gusta. E trobe a mita papiando echt voor die male perspective here. So mita kere kinang ta unda. Okay, so for the first 20 minutes dia show nasa para agree ko otro. Pero it's time to start disagreeing. No.
Pero ta insistir ko nos tengo have discussions. Amita live by. En modo ko si mi por biba sing have discussions with people, I will. Money, I do not like discussions.
I don't think. I think discussions are essential though. Mita eta meon ko ding before me kaba mi otro point. Eta meon ko ding politik, right? And I don't want to bring, and I want to bring politics into it, but sabra ita un reflection di no society. Hopi biyahin dat bisa orahin dat papi bijvoorbeeld die if you don't want to mention politics, just say it, Milo stop.
Okay,
pero
okay,
pero it's un bong voorbeeld. So, hopi biyahin dat papi di union as if it is something kuta by benefit us. Dus bijvoorbeeld, so it's not a secret na rubating dos partido who have been running the show for a long time, and rubating a lot of people kuta bisa kidia dos partido nang kita by uni, anto as if that's a good thing.
Who's gonna keep checks and balances?
Exactly. Who's gonna keep checks and balances? Pero that's the most basic thing papobisa. Pasabra no sa get taught, no sa get programmed ku union talo qual nos mester. Turhende mester uni, turhende mester ting e mesong vision e mesong pensamento towards the future. It's like no, that's horrible. That's the last thing ku nos mester. Nos mester un grupo de gente que pensa asina, un grupo de gente que pensa asina, un grupo de gente que pensa asina. Asina, and we need groups of people que represent schools of thought. But gente pode represent it.
Unje groups lang eten by miss out on certain things.
1000%, yes.
A lot of it tatambe ku lived experiences and the otro gente. So, esta hopi fácil para nos pensar, que porta nos tem coisa figured out, of nos tem perception figured out, pero esta bem de whatever nossa ervar e nossa sinha of nossa experience in dori mani education or whatever, pero boting grupo nan de gente com ervaring tata completamente diferente e ori nanta vai por bisabo, hey, hobby bonita e great, pero esse não tá fit ding mani me way of life.
1000%.
Não tá vai accommodate nos issues sang, anto accommodate, não tá ni mentioning algo como por relate na jele.
Yes, assim mesmo.
Então, me querer também que portar ora com nossa bisa união of money pass of whatever me querer local que hope hena tá pensa que esse tá baita no que nós vai haver um guidebook because it's easy because then we all gotta follow it então pero a mim tá pensa it has nothing to do with that, it has more to do onde que é diferente school of thought se maneira vai amanang por exist e por ter contribuição 5 aceita problema, onde nós aceitar como ok, tem difference of opinion e botar uma coisa diferente e que esse não tá malo. Esse me tá pensa, ora me tá bisa, basta me no loquear mane discussão. I love mane healthy discussions as I call them, onde mane por share thoughts sang, me no gusta argumento. Pa sobra ku tem diferença de opinião, etc. Me tá by challenge bo, pa wak si eta well taught, e me tá by challenge bo, pa wak onda eta rooted, pero me no mester mane abolish it, unless I think it's like really, really bonkers, pero pero basta que me kemen, esse é algo que me haya ora que bambisa botawa que tem politics, pero também bijvoorbeeld decision making, ora que boting grupo de gente que tá hasi decision making for like a very long time, of kunante único nang que tá in charge de create pathway to the future of algo and it's the same people every time until for a long period of time and not by work.
It's not not by work because not everybody to relate to those people and not everybody to relate to those a specific school of thought a person ain't a represent of a grupo ain't a represent and that's why me to understand kiko bokemenas and basta mas tour gente being able to find un format onde conos por tussen haakjes agree to disagree pa sobra but biting a lot of disagreements anto como po bisa bosa kiko okay maybe nos not to see eye to eye on these subjects but at the same time nos por respect that
hay un solution que mutually beneficial
but you know din praktijk it's hard. So, esse outra coisa também anto vooral ora boting mane this process going on onde ko decision Mr. Wardo toma it becomes a nightmare anto hobi biha say like no panate pero wars are caused by this most wars that is caused by differences in ideology other wars that caused by money pero hopi wars that of most wars that is caused by differences in ideologies anto eri basta kung bota by look at those situations anto bisa mane hey y'all have to like try to figure it out basta even money and wars ang palabra hopi grande pero even money violence amongst people amongst men and women so men and women tend to express violence in a different way. Men must physical and women must verbally emotionally whatever. Pero at the end of the day, to recognize nito mostly being door the differences in ideology. Basta ami no por agree ko un gairi ba turcos and to end up to bring a kune. It's just not gonna go that way Anto that's just we have to figure out uma maneira onde que nós por verdade llega a punto que nós por discuss these things in a healthy way anto agree to disagree on certain things and still love each other pero it's ding praktijk it's so hard so hard
it's a hobby hard pa sabayendo back ko basta nós papel que nanang anto nossa kasi harvanait ko mane uno turhin tinha capacity pa por llega na mental state
that's also another thing
e kutabay tinghen nang kutabay biba fulum bida basta ko nga mane portade very strict household or whatever anto unda ko nang no asia critical thinking na no asia mane form na mesong opinion etc anto nantabay go through life asina não vai durante adulthood, tanto chances are que não te tipo de renda não que você não trabalha, não vai portar stand up na mesa forever, não vai quitar te ora na lugar onde que é bubble to reinforce whatever those thoughts are.
Yeah, of course.
Você ato portanto vai pareja criou com família, com renda com mané do similar thoughts a trobe e uma coisa que não vai get challenge e não vai ter accountability for tampouco. Então, for as long as it's happening, not by thing cambio on like, complete community and society level, but sobra hope hina nanta going through life, seeing ability of seeing seeing what do na tools nang, of seeing high opportunity pa develop tools nang, pa por mane comunicar. So, final del día sí está. O porta papiando y no comunicando.
That's true.
So,
that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find something kuno sa disagree on because I don't.
The stories, maybe. I don't know.
I'm trying to. Basta para mita mania di kong amin ko Carolina to agree on everything.
Sí.
Is this a person sta bezig na wak other personal thing? Like maybe it's because we haven't gotten into the male female stuff yet.
Maybe. But I also have like this thing because Sincerely Carolina is not a debating platform.
Oh heck.
This mita very conscious about the topics kuno sa tresilante anto I'm not gonna argue with you on purpose. So,
You're not gonna argue with me on purpose.
No. I set me up for that tampoco.
Right.
Okay, so maybe I go to the first story kuta
Let's go.
in relation to like a male perspective. So I don't know, who knows? Maybe it goes there. Pero ito bisa. I'm a man and I once tried to confide in a male colleague who is also a friend about my mental health issues like anxiety. He responded by suggesting that I might be purely psychological, like in my brain. I was quite disappointed by this reaction, and as a result, I now rarely discuss my mental health concerns with him. So from a male perspective, pa sobra, mi por yung idea how this goes. Growing up, basta porta friends ang kubatini and the people you have around you. Manina que momento ba sinti ko mane bojano li por conversar di kung bota sinti kung otro gente hamber. Mane kung frequente bota haya kung gente hamber ta kung bisaw mane sana kuita den boga besan to no son vai papel over.
Yeah, but it's not even kung no son vai papel over. It's just it's probably because he doesn't understand it.
Okay.
Mino da kere ko like okay, so dinge geval aki eta mane ma confide in this person and this person told me ko eta what in my head and that made me say hasi me disappointed dinge situation.
Iko bono da confia kubo po reach out to a person e mas.
Yeah, off eta bisa kumita barely, toch? And it's like, well, yeah, I think you have the answer to your question. Basta don't mane unkos mita bisa like you can't get mad at the person of bono por rabi ko persona just bono to gusto so answer. I'm not saying his answer is right, pero I am saying well, maybe that's his experience that come down to mane not understanding things and to just kind of having opinions over, right? So si bo binse kami ko un problema di auto, amita ba ito mane it's probably the tires. Because I don't understand intricacies the motor. It's kind of the same probably with this guy. A lot of guys don't really deal with a lot of these things on a daily. Anto sa ita hasi ko amit yung brother ko yama Eli and he works with me. And man, a guy kita gewoon just a guy di mas tranquilo no mundo. And si may papi ko na over some anxiety thing kumita having eta ba ito man elo escucha because he's a compassionate person pero elo relate later like when it's 0.0% to it. He would be like yeah, like okay man maybe it's maybe it's in your head, maybe but having un kiko because he doesn't understand it. So I mean the kere ko to make this person amalo. Just try to find other people ko por connect mas on that level. Was different people have different experiences. Me being an artist, I connect better with people kuta tend to be dinge mesung richting kumi because we tend to have the same issues. Mas say ami te echt un issue, mita yama Rosabel, mita yama Niro. Of Levi is also a very close friend of mine. Ami ko Levi I have tons of conversations about this. Basta mita tend to reach out to people kuta mesung emotional kumi. I'm a very emotional guy. Ita undi e kosan kumita, it's like a double-edged sword. I love it and I hate it. Mita hate it pa sobra. Mi just not gusta a feeling dita emotional about things, you know? And mita love it because the same feeling tahasi ko ave mi portong artist, ave mi portong creative, ave mi porting these thought processes, right? Pero pa mi por papia ku hende riba un level kumisa ko na loting understanding pa mi situation, you know, you need to find like-minded people, and you need to find people ko ting emesong I wouldn't say emesong problems, but I would say si emesong ability to understand the situations kubo.
Algo ko mi notice, basta iba tabi sa say, I fully agree, mani amiting this thing ko, mita truly believe in fostering friendships, mita aktong hinasina, meeting friendships ang ko, basta meeting pa mani 20 aya, 5 aya, mas ko 10 aya, mita generally gusto foster good friendships, yung mita wa ko mani, basta ang hina to, ang good friend, mita foster it, pero sina mes ding basta different friends but in different course.
Yes.
This mita go to different people basta with different types of conversations. Si mita struggling ko algo regarding my podcast, for example, meeting specific friends ang mita go to basta kiko pa pensa, yung dami pensa, etc. Sitting ko sang basta health related, meeting specific friends ko mita go to. Basta relationship related, asina, anto basta house related. Echt, anto pasobra ko miya siya reconoce dori trial and error quata e friends ang kumita sinti ta comprende algo miho of ta compassionate about something either dori man lived experience of un personal interest dinang of alasina pero meeting ko bisa si ko mita sinti anto meeting this area of friends ko may por go to ko ta hen mo he anto ko for yung etat hopi young bo a foster talking anto processing anto emotions anto basta oro ko buwak any man teen rom-com of teen drama movie of algasina e girls sang tahopi alakwending man papi ng emosyon nanto kiko nanto sintiano anto mo chahamarang hobi biyaha mita sinti ta very dumbed down anto man yung ko nanta incapability man having conversations this pop culture means to portray a safe.
Basta Carolina, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Amit a kere men over het algemeen are very capable of
I agree. Mino abisa ko no. Ito just ko kung nosta portray people.
Kung nosta portray man in pop culture.
Yes. Anto eri kiko ta pasa ko boys to grow ko eseta I guess what I'm supposed to be behaving like anto what I'm supposed to look like if I want to be cool or whatever.
Yeah.
Pero mi tame, I mean, you know, nosta tabayo pilio mi kasata ong hende ko tame por genuinely mani get emotional about things anto papia very deep about mani kung ita sintiendo about certain things.
Yeah.
Anto obviously don't know mara basta kibig pero mani ita algo ko according to the stereotype di mani kung hamar supposed si papia of mani porta enota fete say pero by all means mita tatame tong hinasina mita very aware the capability pero minosa si other men ta genuinely aware ko the men around them uno porta very capable iku porta it's a process di mani finding out who iku bota tinga ruimte pa mani basta eigenlijk minot yung idea kiko anxiety ta pero me da willing pa escuchar borato. Anto, basta let's talk about it. Anto, si ting anything kumi por hasi, lagam sa. Isi no tinato kumi por hasi, tama lagam sa. Pero gewoon ko nos not duna hene hammer mi teker ruimte in the first place pa show that capability.
That's the thing man. Amita sinti ko so abo papiando di bo mesong kasa. That's a great example. Pa sobra bota understand ko eting mister di essay. Pata okay.
For sure.
But you see, because relationships are full on other conversation altogether. But this ding contexto di un relationship ta algo kuta fulong otro mundo when it comes to male mental health. Because amita bisabo erlo Carolina, maybe boka sa atong very lucky person ko ito kung hindi ko care. Basta listen to these things, pero a lot of times, you know, men don't get that lucky and to mita happy ko po abisa isa itambi ko po abisa. Well, maybe we need to give men the space but actually basta ta this person. Yeah, that doesn't happen. A lot of times that doesn't happen. And it has to do with a lot of things. Pero basta hopi biya men no to not a given the space but the emotional, not a given the space but the
by
vulnerable.
other men and by women. Kasi sa ita algo mita ito importante pa mention na kung ora nos ta papia di mani imino ta gusto use the word toxic masculinity pa sobra.
Yeah, please don't.
You know.
Yeah.
Pero ora ko nos ta papia di mani stereotypes ang dihen de hammer ko eigenlijk are not serving anyone. Ni nang mes mani nos ta papia na di say ku ora ko bota bisang hen hammer no for the emotional and no for mani shares of emotions but doing un disservice.
Can I ask
to
you something
men.
though?
Yeah.
Where do you think that comes from?
Mani originally?
No, where do you think that comes from on a daily? Mani ami miss out of the ngopi situations. Ami miss ko tung very vocal person about my emotions. Ami miss out of the ngopi situations ko mita mani dengue momento aqui. No dengue momento aqui bobo bisa den hopi momento. Ami no por dunami ami no por that emotional about the situation. Where do you think that comes from?
Well, I genuinely believe ka tinta makan ko machismo anto genuinely mani a very intense stereotypical gender roles unda ko ang hinahammer no mach mani in say no ta ding su rol anto therefore in no mister hasi say anto no per hasi say anto na momento ko bata walk out of that role but I get punished bata waro para I hira bata waro literally may castiga pasali dori mani feborol dori bisabo mani kipasabo sing undi examples na yung gistambe of mani di como ta papiano de koi.
Pero so when you say this, bokemene for the context of the other men of bokemene for the context of the women.
Turdos.
Okay.
Pasobra mucho hombre, nung edad hobi chiquito. Ayer me da obsessed ku mani cultish behavior. Just mani what drives people to go into cults of mani basta that type of bubble. During that whole thing, ti unkos ko na nga mention ko panimi para quieto. Mucho hamaran frio dat hobi chiquito. Tawaro para hobi viajador yung otro gente hombre na momento ko nanta hasi algo towards un mucho mujer por ejemplo ko not accepted within a context di mane kung mucho hombre are supposed to behave versus mucho mujer. Anto say the create mane wound anto hobi bia eta tata si tata ta present ta
I me se paposo na un
voorbeeld mane un mucho di 2 años toddler right and no tiene capacity pa process kostang na nível aqui. Anto nata jungando ante ting portão rumanga fun mucho mujer mesmo edad com ele anto é mucho mujer quer coi junga anto pa ekite fije ta dale anto everybody kind of lets it slide anto eventually portão mucho hambre yoro falgasina anto nobody gives too much attention then 30 minutes later, mucho hamra kabi learn ku duri dali emucha ela haya etoy ante rita bira hasi meskos ante mucho hamra di 2 aya di biata waro gebrek pas ela dali mucho mohe ante seta unacceptable within stereotypes eigenlijk the unacceptable thing ta ku mucho nanta dal otro period right regardless di sita mucho correcto pero eta asina inherent ku for the baby nossa programming boxes pa cada eigenlijk anto ora bota haya ku mane hobi biata un tata foral ta pare mucho hamber heritin 2 aya bosa anto bisa nos nota dal mucho mujer specifically no mucho hamber pero mucho mujer right anto asina a creation di mani boxes ng akita bing na edad mas grande un gestorya nang kuno sa haya ta.
So can I just expound on that?
Yeah.
Lo cual bakabibisa is an amazing example. Pero lo cual bakabibisa bo porwake for the emotional perspective as well.
Claro.
But sabra, this is something ku ami and a lot of men around me voornamelijk is een gumita mas close ko nang makabi mention un party ng number nang qualta very key players ding mi bida very key players when it comes to manibo some male figures ding mi bida kung friends people that we share a lot of conversation with they have that same experience in the emotional sense tambe as a grown up ding sentido ko nanta sinti mane these things kuta I mean, basta me to keep it very, very like open y
Pero
duidelijk.
sa radio.
No, of course, I mention bad words, pero é mesmo pensamento di maneira, okay, bueno, mag die dalo mucho mo, mucho hambre, no mag die dalo mucho mo, That's true. Other way around sita possible, right?
So mas accepted.
Ito mas accepted. Well, it's the same with emotions. Hopi biyaha hambre to very equipped to handle female emotions. I'm not talking about your specific case. Misa ko abot a differently, minot quite sasi abo sa. Kubota exception. I don't think you know that you're an exception to this.
Well, bikasata bisami ko ski mane karabiaha et bisami me serpa po comprender ko bo cerebro ta different.
Abot un exception. So essay
pero mane be careful mane I want people to understand what I'm thinking.
Yeah, which is great. Pero lo cual ami pa abo understand ta a lot of times females, and when I say a lot of times, I mean a lot of times females not equipped mino que bisa no mino to use that word, pero equipped ta bong na nota equipped tools to handle male emotions.
Of course not.
Anto
Esse é um caso onde ko mane, por exemplo, no, por tabo não tinha male figure mas.
Pero Carolina, the other way around is almost never the case. Mino que bisa almost never, pero the male sita equipped to handle the female emotions, right? So why do I say this? Why do I say this? Pasobra awarema puntrabo, why do you think it is? Men don't share their emotions. Well, men over het algemeen that do stuff for women. And that's the simple truth. And we can dance around it and there's will be somebody no, that's not true. Well, no, it is true. The most things who men to do tapat their women. It is what it is. Men don't really want to do much. Sabo eerlijk, die naturaleza, men not over het algemeen que hasi hopi, dus hopi kos konos hasi tapanos women. When we need to figure ourselves out as men. Ando besemita haya geval, prome geval ko lees op besemita haya le jammer, pero atrobe, find someone else. When men need to figure things out in ang mes, or when men need to have these conversations, we need other men.
Ideally, yes.
We need other men. No, we hope biyaha hamber meste papia ko hamber panang figure their stuff out. Hope biyaha we cannot talk with our women. And na umbana mit haya say hope jammer, pero na otra banda ito something kumi learn to accept. Like it's something kumita man, okay, this is how it is. And as a man, you need strong male figures din bobida. And busa naman mas botat of so, pero bomista di friends din bobida ko por have these conversations kone. Because atrobe for the male perspective, if you do not have that, then bota by end up de un position ko gewoon not by the beneficial pa boni yung hinder on dibo. See, I believe men and women are very different in the regards to kikonoskiar in life. That's another thing. Ahora no está papi about being happy or being sad. Me te quiere a lot of female, and I've seen this. Vorale tempo na aki so aya ta acabando sa 2024 behabre whatever. Me ta wak hopi posts di hende writing riba ng stories of whatever, of sharing little memes. In 2024 I just want to be happy. And I think, well, okay, that's great. See it coming from a female, right? Pero what is happiness? Like kiko ta happiness, right? Anto me te quiere, the more I think about this, the more I believe this. I don't think men want to be happy. Me te quiere men want to be capable. Me te quiere men quer wak ng mes den spil. Anto me te quiere nos quer ta proud di nos mes. Anto the emotional aanpak pa essay.
Say ta meta happy. Pasa say ta local ko
yes,
make
this
happy,
essay,
right?
Pero what I'm saying, ta happiness ta byproduct of that.
Yeah.
This when and I have a bar. Ding un song ko ta coming up di mi ko kumita say this kumita bisa man felicidad e droga, and it's true. But so happiness is a drug. Happiness is a drug ko hopi biyanos to end up chasing, but we don't know precis din ki direction pa chase, because it's like, well, kiko ta by bring that happiness ko ta by last.
Pero mira que a lot of it has to do pa sobrang atrobe, maioria gente não tem capability pa genuinely sinta com a mes, anto sa kiko tabay 13 esse sense of fulfillment, whatever it is. Sita basta ko mita proud de me men, sita sentir me accomplished. I'm the type of gente the work that I do,
Yeah.
regardless, uno que me hacele,
Yeah.
para mí me senti meaning más que just gana placa, por ejemplo, right?
Yeah.
That's what drives me.
Yeah.
Anto, si pa otro gente eta money making,
Gana
that's
placa.
what drives them.
Yeah, yeah.
Pero vamos ter por pinpoint sí. Anto, hopi gente no tiene capacidad para pinpoint what that is.
Yeah.
Igual Randall, basta mí un firm believer y nota por nada y por dulce fuera luna aquí having males pa sobra mí por papia di mi perspective even si mi tamane pensa un tic diferente or whatever mí tapa piano di mi perspectiva mi lived experience kuna final di dia portanto turgene por relate na gel e ting hopi contexto na gel eta complejo eta basta mi experience as the daughter of immigrants eta mi experience basta as somebody living in a multicultural household eta mi experience as a woman eta mi experience as a woman within a context aqui bibando a foda diferente caminho etc. Anto mani hindi hamber ding mi opinion hopi biaha no ting ruimte pa ting un otro hindi hamber din ang video kunang por uno look up to manera babisa so abo basta good for you but ting hindi hamber na randi boku popo genuinely sinti bong randi nang kuta genuinely basta good mani examples pero hopi hindi hamber no ting say am teri bata end up to have conversations pero ko hindi nang ko ting un set opinion because it was given to them from Miss Koy Mujer, right? Set opinions, kung nasa haya oit for yung wela of algasina, passed down na mi mama, tas sakita kimita, and those are the people you're going to for deep conversations or whatever.
Yeah.
Anto i-reporta, even though abo tiene capacity pa pensa un tiki mas leo of pensa kung eigenlijk ako kinota sintami bong,
Yeah.
pero si tur hende rondibo, tiki hende ng rondibo,
Yeah.
ta pensa diferente kubo, anto ti un chance hobi grani kubo to bisa, okay, porta amita fault. Anto porta hende na aki tirasong, and it's not because nang tato ting well thought process or whatever but it's just because nanta sina convicted ding mane kiko nanta kera ding
Yeah.
ko while abot mane I don't know.
Well, and por that sound harsh, pero find better people. Find other people.
I know.
Hey, find other people.
Sab.
Porta whatever, pero the last thing ko abot abay hasi, and atrobe, this is speaking purely for the male perspective. Yo,
Hindi ka rin sa hoping importante lo cual bato bisano find better people.
say find better people. Wa, amitong crier, amitong pussy. For real.
I don't think we're allowed to say that.
Na radio, sabo, bisa turkos behalve echt the hard words. You know,
Okay.
I've been through it all. Don't
No
worry
sa yung
about
karta
it.
mi tamandi pa
Don't worry about it. Mahaya, mita a composer, di hopi di a karta ng A. So I know the words. No, but I mean, I'm a crier, man. I'm a very emotional person, and
Wegi haya ko mane uhena to bisabo mane portador bato tamasyon otro brother igi bisabo mane igi pasabo fue kasi no.
oh, my
Why
name
did I do that
not
this
even
time?
brother. Mi mesong familia.
Okay.
Mi mesong familia. It used to be like something who was like a funny thing.
Okay.
Mane Randall tayo atrobe. Yeah, you know, but atrobe like I understand it. Minota tumana na malo, pe, you know. Na umbano mita mane na umba awara ki ko mag-grow up mita mane like I understand it, maybe they shouldn't have done it, you know, maybe it's not the correct
Pero
anpak.
sinano sa amin.
Pero sinano sa, you know, I love these people. I love these people. Basta ko mikimen anto mita sinti mane well, mita happy ku den cierto sentido strength e awardo instilled in me. Tambe, by the way, das hope biya ko mita tayo na taman listen, like we understand ko but feeling sad right now or something, but you know this is part of life and you have to toughen up. And to bosa Kiko Carolina, that's not a bad thing either.
No.
That's not a bad thing either.
Acknowledging who hurt is part of life.
Yes.
Hope importante.
Yes, but you don't want a bad relationship who hurts tampoco, especially if you hurt a lot.
Exactly. Pero you know, ese tres nos na outro ponto, ku un gente share ku ora ku su first girlfriend a break up con ele, anto ela poi puro papi ku su tata about it, so ela pensa, you know, anto ku su tata bira wa que estranho, anto le bisele bira hammer simiu, no bisami bote yora a wo tambe. Anto I don't know, no? Mane first of all, me senti a lot of adults talo bida kung porta teenage years ta. And a lot of emotions are very deep. So breakups at any age intense, but in teenage years, basta hope biya, bonating hope mas going on, bonating maning responsibility yung job, etc. So that is like your whole identity.
He also bono amake maybe before, because that's the hard thing. That's the hard thing. Si botong hindi ko ba go through like 3-4 breakups ka ba?
Basta ka to by hurt.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go through this. Amita bisa po irlag.
Amita sali at the better end of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So I'm 27 right now. And I've had girlfriends in the past and stuff like that. Pero my last relationship is the first relationship ko mita sinti mani. Like, this is the experience.
Okay.
Like, say that the first time ko mi feel breakup, like riba a level A. So the first time ko get like kumita out heartbroken. But I understand ki kumi kimen. So, you know, I've had relationships in the past and pero this last one was the first one ko feel that way.
Yeah.
Anto I remember the first weeks mita the home pienso mani, this is just I'm never gonna
Get over
this. I'm never gonna get over this. Then and minota bisando ko awara kimita completely over it because I still have a lot of traumas and a lot of things ko akita kolga. Pero awara ki like the person that I am right now, the way different ko person ko mita this was ko ela kabipasa. And I say the for namelijk because you know I worked on myself. Mita papiando den tour aspecto. And I say manera ko I get over it. Pero when it comes to it dude aki, ko ela by papi ko sutatan to start, yeah, that's how it is. Man, me to understand that. Me to understand that. Wasa? Me to understand ko it's like a very traumatic situation. Wait, why am I speaking like this? No. I'm not gonna. Please, white out to local makaibisa.
Okay.
Traumatic. It's not a traumatic experience.
Could be for some people. I don't know.
Tingin ko to go through real trauma. Like intense trauma.
Okay, I understand que eu por bando de bisa, pero por vai pôr momentos em perspective de mané teenager again.
Oh no, I know that because
okay.
This whole story we could say story kids. This is all of our stories.
Sí.
This is no story.
Anto minota basta mita mané bota bisa no, the compassion of understanding de kung bahaya contesta e.
Yeah.
Anto pakico no se reagir asina, pero esse lo por tabata momento onde ko you know, como família, por exemplo, botava e duna gente homem de casa e ruimte para expressar sua emoção. Então, portanto, no final do dia, hora que a conversation acaba, pode dizer, okay, but you will get through this.
Yes.
Então, basta sabe da parte de vida, então it's part of hurting, então feeling, então basta, pero tem moments nang mita sinti como families of como community nós também essa opportunity para vorar do na gente homem e gente mulher ang rond eigenlijk e oportunidade para acknowledge que como homem também but going through thoughts and emotions and feelings and exactly so we miss a lot of these opportunities pa sobra como it's not what we were taught to do of local kuta the norm if anything, me te quero me encourage families to think about that. Next time kung mane male figure din a família, tabing ko sentimento de preocupação, of hurt, of algacina, maybe basta allow bo futuro como família pa tuna e gente e reimte e. Anto, basta iting ora nos aqui pahasi ko e feeling ay so teenager ko ta hurting no ting nada ko pahasi other than time pero unta nada ko ba allow it to exist mane si yora ta parte di process yora basta of si mane sera mo mesmo camber si mang ta parte di process so be it pero ko ba acknowledge ko you two are allowed to feel a certain way about something that hurt you.
You also pur body especially if it's a man pur body dunele cierto consejo não could end up to empower him.
Okay.
E ko say make him make him powerful, quite letterlijk powerful. But I say that you command mister. We need strong men. We don't need weak men. We need strong men.
Pero me te quiero hope ahora gente piensa de weak and strong. It's probably not what you are thinking as weak and strong.
I mean, well, no, yes, I think it is. I think it is. Me te quiere, ora me bisa weak man, ora me bisa strong man. Me que mene, both in the emotional sense. Me que mene ta me gewoon when it comes to traits. I believe weak men ta ting traits kuta So but mention a palabra like toxic masculinity, right?
See, I don't like the
kubona
word.
which I like. Kubona even go there because I really dislike
Sí.
that word.
Sí.
Mita dislike it, but a lot of times we mention toxic masculinity and not toxic femininity. And when we say when I say weak men, mike men kuting hopi di mane juist like toxic traits kuta on the other end
Yeah.
of mane spectrum. This mane men kuta gusto mane asiredo, men kuta gusto gaya, men kuta gusto all of that type of stuff.
Okay, but also, mane, mi escrevi essa, se sei de costo, these are traits, ami, como gente, mi no que wake de gente humber, pero de gente mulher tampoco.
Yes,
Basta
I
mi
agree.
kids, it has to do with just being a toxic person, period.
I agree.
Basta?
Mita agree ko ba 100%.
Chisco, nanta more commonly seen y accepted
Yes.
in women
than
they are
in men.
Yeah.
Meron ko mane being aggressive.
Yeah.
Tamas mane that's toxic masculinity. Basta
Yeah.
eta mas
It's toxic, period.
It's toxic people.
But penso ko aggression, tamane
Yeah.
the way out, it's toxic.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
So when I
Basta?
say weak men, that's what I mean. Mike
Yeah.
men kuting those toxic
Traits.
toxic traits kuta more commonly known as many female traits.
Yeah.
We don't need any of that stuff. Those men are genuinely dangerous. I mean that. At the Deng Me friend group, I have 0 men kuta like that. 0 men kuta like that. So, pero ma carefully build me friend group in that way.
Kiko bolo por bisa, pas mi wake tempo anton jis by rent by waken tame. By the way, awaiting stima un artista after Sincerely Carolina, so stay tuned. Pero Kiko bolo bisa na un gente ko portata bisa pasa mamak me mane e tipo de gente hamrang e un gente hamber.
Yeah.
Anto mi lokiar por ting gente hamrang ko mi por relate nang de mi vida ko mi por mane generally conversa ko nang have friendships with, pero mi ta kansa di mane going around and to finding the same, type of
It's like, where do you find? Well, then you need to check yourself.
Okay.
Then chances are, si abota only encountering weak men.
Okay.
Chances are, ko abota dengo environment or no panata. You might be one of them. Cinco bosa, and it's ita zona hopi harsh. Pero it might just be the truth. The same ko eprome opinion the eprome person kono sa read is like, well, if you don't like the answer, don't demonize the person, right? Purbadi check yourself, purbadi wakbo circulo, purbadi wakbo, what am I doing wrong? Kiko amita siendo fault. Why am I meeting these people over and over again? It's the same relationships, right? Si bata un persona ka go through 10 relationships, and the 2 dias dia relationships, ba conoce the wrong person, well, chances are there might be off algo malo ko manera ko abo ta buscando, off algo malo ko abo miss. Dus, prome stop ta sempre wak mane, okay, am I causing this issue? Am I not the man ko amita kere kumita? See, I had this whole it's like a conversation kumita with Tinko Roosevelt a week ago. See, Roosevelt is one of my best friends, and we talk about these things a lot, and it bounce a lot of ideas back to me. Yet call me out riba kosan kumita gewoon fout. Of kumita at least half fout. Anto ela bisami mane, listen, like what are you doing now? Ku tasibo better. Ku bota ta 6 luna pasa, 4 luna pasa, 5 luna pasa. Anto mabisele awere ki mita sinti mane ebida ku mita bibando ta consistent to the person that I want to be. And that's a very important thing as a man. Bo mister sinha respetable as a person. Okay, we can say that as well. As a person.
You should be wanting to live a life consistent with the person that you want to be, but that you think you are.
Yes.
Living a life consistent with that.
At 100%.
Yeah.
There's when I say a man, it's just simply because that's the only experience ko amiting, right? Pero nami bisa as a person. Amiker biba bida ko ta consistent na e persona ko amikerta in kumita sinti kumita. Ando kada biya kumi deviate from that, mita lose respect for myself. And that comes ando eseta come down to a friends committing tambe. See, I've cut so many people off de mi vida. And it's not because they're bad people. I still love them. Pero it's just because they're not my people. Inano ta hindi ko ami portaron tinangan to sinti bong di mi miss. So as a man or as a person, whatever ko boke bisa, atrobe I'm just speaking from my experience. Ilo kwal ami sa ko ami ti miste. The one thing ko mi por bisabo, and this is for everyone ko ta listening ko ta man ta ambe of ko ta woman of whatever ko bota sinti ko botin bad people den bobida ko bota sinti mane bonota den environment ko bota accepted of happy of whatever it may be. Step 1, don't victimize yourself. Bonota victima di nada. sometimes people are victims de verdad, pero scratch that urato po say that's like a small percentage of the situations. Just sako mo na victima di nada. Figure yourself out. Figure out kiko di boboting ko cambia pro me, and then find people who to align with that vision. And when you do that, but by finally pone bomes in un position to actually win. And but by pone bomes in un position unde ko bolo por crece, both ko friends and ko boting, but also as an individual. See, this is very important.
Yes.
And again, I can only speak as a man. This is super important as a man because uiteindelijk the only thing that we want is growth. The only thing that we want is to look ourselves in the mirror and to be proud of ourselves. And the byproduct, the essay, the happiness. Pero never chase happiness, never chase anything behalve that inner feeling, the peace, and that inner feeling, the fulfillment, if anything. Try to be as useful as possible while still while still remaining a good person and still remaining down to earth and whatever because a lot of people that become useful and all of a sudden not to be a dios basta dus purba di queda mas, like, I don't like to use the word humble, pero purba di queda mas gewoon un good person.
Sí.
Just be a good person, be a decent person while still being useful, while still being like true to yourself, queda masculine, queda all of those things, si bumester, pero again, be proud of yourself. Do things that make you proud of yourself. Ando bota baita happy.
Thank you so much, Randall. May tawa ke ora, so we gotta go. Pero may sa akin un conversation hopi nice. Thank you so much. I mean, espero we can have more conversations. And not the first time ko Randall ta being din sa Shirley Carolina. Sa akin minuto kaya tayo ultimo biya tampoco. So thank you so much for today.
Yeah, about the my weirdest friend, Carolina. like me most unusual friendship.
Okay. Ate say naman what neurodivergence means. Being people's weirdest friend.
No, but the most unusual friendship. That's a better way of putting it.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. Sibo, I catch your episode a little late. Do not worry. No, sa Riba YouTube and Facebook, and on Tuesday, no, it's available. Riba both favorite podcasting platform. Thank you so much to Bag and Strip, Seravi, Total, and stay tuned for Stima Ung Artista in a little bit. I appreciate you. Make better choices. Make yourself proud, like Randall said. And I will see you again next week. Bye.
Gang, gang.
And I am the host of Sincerely Carolina, a series of educational conversations about current social issues with local and international experts. Make sure you tune in every Saturday on Cool FM from